Counterattack, and we're playing Europa Universalis, The Price of Power. It's from publisher Aegir Games. If you're extra observant, you'll notice this is a virtual version of the board game. I'm playing in Tabletop Simulator. That's because this game, at least with this scenario, is too big for my gaming table. I like this game so much, I have a gaming table on back order sufficient to play the full shebang with 6 players. But right now, Tabletop Simulator. That means you probably hear some noise from my keyboard, echo from my microphone, so apologies if that's annoying. Let's check out the scenario we're going to play. Playing S201, the Grand Campaign. It's 6 players. It consists of 4 ages. The game is divided into ages. Each age in this scenario is divided into 4 rounds. That's 16 rounds. That's 16 videos. That's a lot of video. So the sequence of play, we're going to start the draw cards phase, starting with player 1 here, the Ottomans, but it's a little modified, the draw cards phase on the first round of a game, so we're going to do that off camera. And the way I'm going to play this, I'm not going to go super rules overview type stuff like I usually do. I'm just going to play with basically no explanation, and I think it's just too complicated. It would be like 500 hours. So maybe if you're new to it, just let the gameplay wash over you, and I think you will learn how to play just by watching this. So, 16 rounds is a lot of time. All right, let me get the first round started. Okay, we are ready to play. So, we start with the Ottoman player, and the Ottoman player has Mehmed here, Mehmed II. He's a very good leader, or ruler, I should say. And we bought, or appointed, a decent cabinet here to augment Mehmed's cube generation. And we held these 3 cards in hand. Now, for the Ottomans, I looked at the public objectives, the milestones, and there's nothing that great for me to go after right now, I don't think. There's a few we might try for maybe the next round or so, but so I chose expand the Devshirme system. That's to deploy all our manpower as our missions, our private objectives, and City of World's Desire. So basically vassalize or own Constantinople and one other related place. Okay. So we're going to try to do that, though. We only start with 3 cubes in each category, so it's going to be tough to do both. But I think expanding the Devshirme system is very straightforward. Also, I could get the Tertios Janissaries idea by doing that, which would burn my red cubes, but that might be just a good one to do this round and focus on that. So that means have all manpower deployed. Well, infantry is 2 ducats each. We have 5 remaining to be deployed. We have 8 gold, so or ducats. That's not enough ducats. We start with 15, but we had to pay 7 for our advisors. So I think the first thing we're going to do, we're going to spend 1 blue cube to do a trade action. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw our 3 trade cards. Hey, designers of this Tabletop Simulator game, I would love a button here that's like draw 3 and draw 4 for the trade deck. That'd be super cool. Okay, yeah, let's grab this and bring it over to the Ottoman area. Oops. Okay, looking for some trade nodes that are appropriate to us. Black Sea, that looks potential. Maghreb, North Sea, Aleppo. Where's Aleppo? That's down here. We could trade in Aleppo, okay. And then Champagne, Wien, and Krakow. That one's probably not good. So let's see. Black Sea. We do not have any of these 4 key provinces. Is that true? Bessarabia. Let's bring this up here. Bessarabia, Trebizond. Do we have Trebizond? I feel like I know where that is. Nope. Trebizond's independent right here. That doesn't sound very Turkish. I don't see Huda Vendigar. Where are you? I think it's up here somewhere with that sort of Scandinavian sounding name to me. I don't see it, but oh, it's right here. We do have that one. Oh, Sounded Scandinavian to me, but I guess not. Okay, so we would have one key province. Looks like we would be in. We can get 10 gold most likely, or 10 ducats there. Let me see what Aleppo could give us. We don't have any of these places. Probably not going to be the place to trade, and it's also livestock. The value of livestock's low. So yeah, we'll go ahead and dump that. We're going to attempt to trade in the Black Sea. We already have a merchant there. We'll flip him on his side. We may move one light ship up to 2 spaces to form up into the trade network, although this Aegean Sea trade protection slot is adjacent to the Black Sea trade node, so I'm going to put it flat to show that it's protecting trade. So we have 1 point here, 1 point here, point being trade power, 1 trade power for Uda Vendigar, that's 3 trade power. We get 10 ducats, so that's like a nice trade. So copper is a good thing to be trading in. So we get our 10 ducats, more than enough money to do what we want. I don't think we're going to do any free actions, so the Ottomans are done. Now for France, I chose as missions subjugate the French dukes, and part of that was because I got 2 subjugate cards in my card draws. And so I can subjugate some of the dukes, and then end English occupation. So I'd like to kick England out of France. That gives me a lot of points, 5 points. All right, takes a lot of work though, but we can do it. We get some okay advisors hired as well. So we spent 5 on advisors. So I think let's see what the money situation is. It's 10. Yeah, so I think we're good. I think we're just going to go straight up and declare war by spending a red cube. And if you're not familiar with the game, there's cube costs for things. So declare war. So we're going to declare war on only one target, though. We're going to declare war on England, and that gives England a red cube for their. Oops, what's going on here? A red. Having some physics problems. Here's a red cube for England for their fervor. Anywhere that the target of the declaration of war has provinces, I lose influence. I don't see that anywhere. Nope. Okay, so I'm going to call allies to arms. I have actually 2 allies. I have Provence. I'm going to call them to arms. That costs, since I'm the aggressor, 2 influence, and I have 2 influence in one of their areas. Okay, and then where's my, looking for the recycle bin here. Okay, so I'm calling them to arms. I'm also going to call Scotland to arms because I also have 2 influence with them, and they're an ally. So Scotland's tax base is 4 because they have 4 small provinces. Provence's tax base is 3 because they have a large province and 1 up here, Anjou. So 3 divided by 2 is the tax value of the troops they will send me. So rounded up is 2. And then Scotland, 4 divided by 2 is rounded up as 2, so that I get 4 of my allies' manpower added to my army. My manpower reserve, so they're available to be hired. That means I'm taking half the troops from my allies, so they are more vulnerable to attack, but I'm cool with that. Okay, so declared war, drew in my allies, yes. For each ally you call to arms, you get a red cube, so that's 2. And I should make sure just my allies are either adjacent to the aggressor, me, or the defender, England, and Provence is adjacent to both, because they're in an area. They have provinces in an area where I have provinces, or next to an area. Yes, and Scotland is next to England, so we're good there. What else am I missing? England called arms. They only have 1 ally, and it's not adjacent. Portugal, not adjacent to France or England. It's only it would have to be only 1 sea zone away, and it's 2 sea zones away. So we check to see if there's any battles. But first, we look at naval situation. There are no enemies of France in a sea area that have potential for ships. So no, same thing with land battles. There's no land battles because I have 2 armies and there's no enemy forces near those armies, with those armies I should say. So that means we get a free action. We either get a free recruit or a free army activation. And I'm going to do a free recruit. So free meaning I don't have to pay a military cube to do the recruit. We're going to take the allied forces and throw 2 in each army, and then I'm going to pay for 2 of my own forces that are available. Oops. So put those in each army. So that was the allies are free for infantry, and my regulars are 2 each, and I hired 4, so that's 8. I have 10 ducats here. Okay. Paid 4. And let's check our manpower capacity. We hired 4 units in each army. Here's Army 2. The manpower capacity, the ability to raise troops, is 1, 2, 3, and then an array adjacent place 4. So I have enough provinces near this army. Same with this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, because these are double-sized provinces. So we're good, and I believe we finished declaring war. That's one of the more complicated things in this game. Castile. They didn't get the greatest advisor draw in their draw cards, but they got some. And then I was looking for cards to learn an idea, to make it cheap to learn an idea, so that I can get the Quest for the New World idea and take this mission, Discover Caribbean, but I didn't draw it, so I didn't choose Discover Caribbean. So we chose Claims in Aragon. So that's own or vassalize 4+ provinces in Aragon. And La Reconquista, own all provinces in Andalusia. And yeah, I think that's the one I'm going to do. Let's go see what the situation is here. So here's Andalusia, and there's just one realm. Granada has 2 provinces in Andalusia, so, and I have a claim there. I should point it out, when France declared on England, they had a claim on Normandy and Brittany and a claim on Aquitaine, where there's English provinces, so they had a just cause for war, and they don't lose stability since they have a just cause. So same thing if Spain were to declare war on Granada. When I say Spain, I mean Castile. They're cool because they have a claim on all provinces in Andalusia. So I think I'm cool with, there's going to be a naval battle if I declare war, because Gibraltar here has a port, and it's on the Western Med and the Central Atlantic, and I have ships in both of those places. Anyway, I want to declare war, but at the beginning of this scenario, Spain is the papal controller. Here are the cardinals in the papacy. All the Catholic players are represented by one cardinal here, and Spain has the leftmost cardinal in a tie. They are the papal controller, tiebreaker leftmost. That gives us the papal action, call crusades. We're going to spend 2 blue cubes to call a crusade. Okay, and I might as well go grab a crusade marker. So calling a crusade, you mark the province where the crusade will be called. So, the area, so Andalusia. Let me pay my 2 cubes. The person calling the crusade, the player, gets 2 free mercenaries, which I will throw into Army 1 here, right here. I have to mark myself as committed to a crusade, so that'll remind us at the end of the round whether we gain or lose points. Other Catholic players may join the crusade so that they can try to get points by putting troops down here and having both of these Muslim provinces, or Granada's Muslim, which is why we can call the crusade on them, occupied by Catholic realms. I don't think anyone's going to bother with that. Everyone's too busy to bother with this crusade. So that allows, calling a crusade allows a free declare war, meaning no need to spend a red cube to do the declare war, which we will do. throw it onto the capital of Granada here. We're now at war with Granada. There's no allies for Castile to call. Granada has no allies. We check for naval battles. Gibraltar is going to spit out a naval vessel because it's a size 1 port. And it's going to go in either Central Atlantic or Western Med, and I generally go when there's a tie alphabetical. I'm not sure what the rules actually say. So it's going to spit out into the Central Atlantic, and that's going to cause this Spanish light ship that's protecting trade to get kicked out of its trade protection slot because it's a battle situation, and they're going to fight. Okay. Simultaneous battle. The Grenadans are going to roll first. All naval battles, you roll 3 dice for each side. Looking for cannons. They have 2 cannons. They have 1 ship, so that's 1 match, 1 hit on Castile. Here's Castile's simultaneous attack back. They basically annihilated each other. Okay, which really has no effect except Castile loses a ship. And that means Castile's declare war action, which is free, does not get a free recruit or activate army action because a battle occurred during the declare war. Okay, and there are no land battles. So I believe I did everything I need to do for Castile to take that action. England had a okay advisor draw. They didn't get a blue advisor. Henry VI is an awful ruler at 111. They also didn't get too many great card draws here for action cards. I went ahead and picked Levy the Troops and the Admiralty, which is basically build up your army and navy. And the reason is I don't like this event as an English player. It means like I'm going to go down and fight France, and I tend to favor just like letting France conquer my stuff in England and my England possessions in France, I should say. But at the same time, I go conquer Scotland if they call them to arms, which they did. So let's see what our money situation is. It's 10. So this levy the troops I can achieve if I simply build all 6 of these. That'd be 12 ducats. I only have 10, so I'm going to trade with a blue cube. Okay, and yeah, let's look for the English Channel. That'd be ideal. Vienna, Maghreb, Ivory Coast, not applicable. English Channel, North America, Alexandria. Okay, so looks like this is the only one applicable. So we'll go ahead and flip our merchant. It's 1 trade power. We have 2 more here with the English Channel. From the ships, we can trace to our port, or through the port of London. So English Channel, the key provinces are London, Essex, York, and Antwerp. So I think we have 3 of those. London, Essex is somewhere in England somewhere, yeah. Essex, York. Okay, so that's 3 key provinces, 2 trade protection slots, 1 merchant, that's 6. We get the max value of cloth, which is 11. So that's sweet. And that'll help us on our next turn to build our troops. Austria, you got a sort of weak advisor draw, but one of each type. And I don't know, these cards are sort of okay. So they chose Decline of Hungary to try to get their base tax income up to 11 ducats. So that'd be worth a point. Doesn't seem too hard. Secure electors is quite easy. So in fact, we're going to try to do that. So I think I've played Austria several times. So I think to do this I need 6 influence placed. And I'll use 1 cube, and that means I need 5 influence, so I don't have quite enough. I have 4. That's okay. We're going to spend 2 cubes. We're going to do a influence action, which is cubes or 3 ducats. You buy influence cubes with a blue cube, or 3 ducats per cube. So we'll buy 2 with blue cubes, and then we'll spend all our money, so 12, to buy 4 more. Okay. And we're upside down here, but secure electors says in each elector area, the ones with the little double eagle head, double-headed eagle, I should say, have the most influence and at least 3 influence, and you need 3 elector areas to achieve that. So I can place 2 influence per area max. So I think I like Bohemia here, and I like Saxony, so that gives me the most in Bohemia, and I have 3. Poland has some too, but in Saxony, I have for being the Holy Roman Emperor, I have a gray one, so put 2 there. Now I have 3 in the most, and I think we'll go to Westphalia. Is that what I want? And we'll go to Rhineland, put 2 there. Okay, so I have the most there, and 3. So I've actually achieved this objective. I have the most in 3+ of these places, and 3+ influence in each of 3 of them. So I get 1 point. Austria is winning the game. Oops, just fighting physics here again. Okay, and then that unlocks 3 missions for next round, so that's nice. Then I gain a claim, so just cause for war, in an elector area where you have influence. So we'll get our claim. So where is an elector area I might want to go to war? Well, I like this one because it's got 3 different realms represented here. And so I could choose to declare war on all 3 or 1 at a time. So I think we're going to throw this here. Okay, that was Austria's turn. Okay, Poland. Poland had an okay, or decent advisor appointment in the first round. Unfortunately, Poland's in an interregnum, so they don't actually have a ruler. Historically, the ruler was killed by the Ottomans at the Battle of Varna, I think, something like that. So they can't declare war or enter into royal marriages. That's what the fine print says there. We took the vassalized 3 provinces in Prussia. I actually like this one that I didn't pick because it says own Warsaw. Warsaw is currently a vassal, and I didn't draw any I did draw a subjugate card. Oh, I know. It also says have 3 large provinces. So I was thinking this is going to be hard to achieve because I only have 1 large province, and I didn't get any actions that increase province size here. Okay, so I thought I'd say that for another time. So I took defeat the knights, so own or vassalize 3 provinces in Prussia. Okay, and then recover from Varna. Yeah, that's the battle against the Ottomans. So that's have 2 alliances, a royal marriage, and a ruler instead of an interregnum. 2 alliances, a marriage, and a ruler. So I have 1 marriage. I don't see any alliances, so I would have to make 2 alliances. That's going to be kind of hard. But first step of vassalizing someone is to get an alliance with them, so I could get an alliance with Prussia and then try to vassalize them. That's an option, since I do have a subjugate card. Yeah, but I also need to appoint a leader, and I'm inclined to do that now. So, well, that's actually a free action. Let's see, pretty sure. Appoint advisor leader. Okay, so I have an interregnum. You may always, appoint a ruler to replace an interregnum, unlike having a real ruler, because an interregnum is no ruler, right? So detach this card, and then which ruler do I want? So, I only have 1, this red card here. So I'm looking for the circular portraits. Square portraits are advisors, circular portraits are leaders, and leaders are the only kind of that can become a monarch. Now this monarch is garbage. It's just as bad as an interregnum. I guess it does have 2 white dice, but see, the interregnum gives you 4 cubes, and so does this. So this is garbage, but I'm going to appoint it just to get rid of my interregnum, which is a limits me diplomatically and is a criteria for having two alliances, a ruler, and no interregnum. So, how can I get an alliance? So let's see. Let me remind myself the rules of the alliance. Right? Again, that was a free action, or a minor action, I should say, which doesn't take my turn. So, forge alliance, it costs. So Prussia had a tax value of 4, so it's going to cost 2 blue cubes, which I have. Then we must be at peace. There must be 2 influence in the area. I don't think I have that. There's no influence there. So we're going to, for our actual action, we're going to do a influence action. So we're going to spend one blue for 1 influence. And then I think we'll do pay 3 ducats for 1 more cube. So that's enough for influencing Prussia. Let's see, who else can I influence to get an alliance? Riga here. Riga is a little tiny single province realm. So I could put 2 influence into this area and try to get an alliance with Riga too. Pretty short of blue cubes, but let's see, so I have 5 ducats, huh? It's not quite enough. I don't want to waste a turn trading, so we're going to spend those 5, and I'm short 1 ducat, so we're going to take a loan. That gives us 5 more ducats, so we'll spend 1 and get 4 change. And that gives us 2 more. Okay, we're going to go place our influence. It has to be adjacent to basically our pieces, 2 per place, daisy chained or whatever. So we'll put 2 into Estonia and Livonia. That gives us influence in all these provinces, actually. We'll put 2 into Prussia. Okay, so we're kind of positioned to form alliances with both of those realms, all things being equal. Okay, we're back to the Ottomans. We had traded so that we can buy all these troops here. So that'll be 10 ducats to build all those troops. Let's go to Army 1, make sure we have manpower capacity. We need 5 manpower capacity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So adjacent provinces adjacent to this army. So we're good. That means we've achieved a mission. The mission was, oops, wrong one. Expand the Dev Shirma system. Have all your manpower deployed. It unlocks mission 2B. Gives us 1 point. Okay, so let's declare the point. And then we get a claim in northern Anatolia and Karaman. There's Karaman. Northern Anatolia, so now we could declare war on Kastamonu, Karaman, or Adana. Okay, so without negative repercussions. But there's a bonus here. You may pay 2 red cubes to immediately research the Tertius Janissaries idea, and I like that idea, even though it probably means I won't be able to do this mission here, because it's going to burn through most of my red cubes. I get a tag. The main reason to do this, well, the technology is good. It makes more likely to inflict hits during land battles, but it also gives us 2 points for 2 red cubes instead of 5 red cubes. Okay, so we're going to get 2 points for being for studying Tertius Janissaries. So now we're in the lead, and I think that's all we got. Okay, England has not done anything about us declaring war, so we're going to spend a red cube to move, activate an army for movement, I should say. Army 1 over to here. Done. Okay, Castile, I think they only have 2 troops. I think they're just going to go for it and try to win here. It's going to be tough. It's a low It's risky. It's risky is where I'm going. So Granada has 2 small provinces. That means they have a tax value of 2. That means they spawn when I move my troops in. I spent a red cube to move my troops. I'm pretty sure I did that. Yeah. Did I? Did I not spend the red cube? No, I don't think I spent the red cube to move. So these troops pop out to defend their home. We have those 2 mercenaries we got for free, so 4 infantry. Do we want to appoint a military leader? I think I do. So do I want to appoint a general? And I want to appoint my ruler. So I'm going to move the ruler token over so they be a general instead of appointing like one of these cards as the general. And the reason is Juan II is sickly and pretty poor quality in terms of cube generation. Plus he gets 2 white die bonus. So if he dies in this battle, I don't really care, and he'll give me a little extra oomph, which I think I need, actually. So let's have the defenders roll first. They get 3 white dice. Land battle, white dice. They got 2 hits, the black silhouettes, and 2 double faces. Okay, so they got 2 hits. We'll take the when you take hits, you have to split it between the different categories of units. Okay, so we get 1 of each of those. That's funny. It's not smart enough to go here, I guess. Okay. So we took our hits. It's simultaneous though, so I still have 4 for this round. Let me do my 5 dice. I have 3 plus the 2 for the leader. I only got 1. Oh no, I got 2 hits. Okay, cool. So we wiped them out. But those 2 double faces inflict a hit on the general, which he's already got his 1 wound, my leader. So that was risky. So Juan is dead. And when your leader space is vacant, you may immediately appoint a new leader. And I think I will. Stefan, got a lot of cubes. It's 6 cubes. But I also like this card. This person has 6 cubes as well. Okay, well, Joanna, she's become my new ruler. Okay, fortunately I had a bunch of cards waiting for that. So we just won our first battle for the turn, first and only. So we got a red cube. And yeah, I think that was it. England's got a lot of money. They're going to spend 12 ducats. They have to spend a point to recruit. So I spent 12 ducats. We're going to build 12 troops. Throw them into Army 1. Let's go make sure Army 1 is the right enough manpower capacity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They do. Done. Oh, not done. Not done because they have succeeded in achieving levy the troops. Have all your manpower deployed. Unlocks 2A. Gives us a point. And we can gain a claim or an alliance with Ireland, in Ireland. Gain a claim or 2 influence in Scotland. Well, I'm going to do claims in both. So let's see, I think I forgot something. Scotland is at war with England, so England should have lost this influence. Okay, so we'll put the claim in Scotland. So now we could declare war on Scotland if we want to. We're already at war with them. So it doesn't matter, but that could help us later. Claim in Ireland. So the reason I don't want an alliance in Ireland is not unified. There's 3 different realms here. See the 3 different flags? It's like you get an alliance with 1, big deal. I'd rather have a claim on all 3, so I can go to war with them later. Okay, I think I processed that. Yeah. Austria. Okay. Have a base tax income of 11. What's their base tax income? Base tax here is from the towns here that we put on provinces. So 7 for small towns, 2 for large, that's 9. So that means I need to get 2 more towns under my control to have a base tax of 11. And I think I can do that. But my army is very small, so I think I'd rather, well, first off, I have no money. So let's go ahead and trade and try to get some money. Let's see, hotkey, here we go. So we're looking, I think Vienna would be a great trading spot. Oh, and I got Vienna. This doesn't look appropriate. Oops. Aleppo, Adriatic Sea is a potential, but I guarantee Vienna is going to be lucrative. We can see the trade power for wool, or the ducat value for wool, is 974, and those rows is 1185, so that's definitely better. And I know I have a couple of these key provinces, and they have a plus symbol on them, which doubles their trade power. So I already know that's going to be the best, is trading iron in Vienna. So here we have Vienna. We already have a merchant in the Wien slot. So we have 2 power right now. We have Vienna itself, so that's 2 more for 4. Now I just need to make sure I have Karnten, Linz, or Hunya, just one of those. And I feel like I have Linz. Yeah, here's Linz. Okay, and there's Karnten too. So we overkilled. That's 11 ducats for that trade. And where's my ducat zone? Yeah, okay. Okay, Poland, they only have 2 diplomatic cubes. They're going to spend them to get an alliance with Prussia. So we take the base tax value, or the tax value of Prussia, that's 4 small provinces, divide by 2, that's how many blue cubes we have to pay, max 3 though, so we have to pay, I paid the 2 blue cubes. I must have 2 influence with them. So we'll put the alliance on their capital. Whenever you gain an alliance, you gain an influence. So that's nice. So now, besides trying to achieve that one mission here, which is defeat the knights by vassalizing them, that's sort of where I'm going. We could also call them to arms if we're attacked by someone, or if we want to attack someone. All right, Ottomans. So let's see, own or vassalize Constantinople, and then one of 3 other provinces. Those are, there's Constantinople, basically the Roman Empire. I think the game calls it Byzantines, but it's really the Roman Empire, right? The last vestiges. So Constantinople, so I'd have to conquer them, and along with, let's see, the conquer, own, or vassalize. So I could vassalize, okay. Or get, in addition to Constantinople, Moria, Athena, or Naxos. So Naxos, we can see in the lower right-hand corner, is a vassal of, who is that? Venice. Okay, Moria is part of the Roman Empire, and Athena, Athens, is a vassal of the Roman Empire. Okay. So let's just, so Constantinople's the main requirement. That would cost 2 red cubes to siege them. I need 1 red cube to go to war, maybe a red cube to raise troops, so I need 4 red cubes, and then I still need some cubes to go attack, like down here. So what are my chances of generating red cubes just against that? I have 1 red cube. There's a way for me to move the 2 cubes over here, so I could get 3, I could win a battle, get another red cube. And then maybe there's an event over here that would generate red cubes. Oh, well, I see this one generates red cubes. So this would give me a red cube if Ottomans declare war on Venice by invoking this. So that means I'd have to go to war with Venice, though. Oof. And that lets the papal controller call a crusade. Well, they're kind of, I don't know, I doubt they'd want to do that against me. And then, a crusade's already called, so I'm not sure if they could call a second crusade. Maybe they can. And then I gain an extra red cube, so I could get 2 more red cubes from that. And this is a Turkish-themed event, so it's probably the best event I will get. I'm inclined to take this. I guess we'll just YOLO it. Okay, so we're gonna invoke the Veneto-Turkish conflict. Let me add some juice to these cards. Veneto-Turkish conflict is coming in. We're going to choose option A. Ottomans may declare war on Venice. If they do, they gain a red cube. Let's bring this up here. And the reason we're doing this is we want a red cube. So declare war on Venice. Oh, well, hold on. We don't have a casus belli. Do we not have a casus belli? Gotta think about this. Okay, I double checked the rules and I always thought it was spelled casus belli, C-A-U-S-U-S, but it's C-A-S-U-S, so is it casus belli? But just cause for war. So the rules say an event that allows you to declare war is always a casus belli. Okay, so the reason I care is if I don't have a just cause for war, I would lose 2 stability. But I have it. So let me get my red cube for that. Okay, and you know I'm going to throw this into my hand just temporarily. Okay, and a claim on Aegean archipelago or Greece. So let me rotate this, make it a little easier. So Aegean archipelago or Greece. You know, I actually want it in the Aegean archipelago here. Oops. Okay, so that gives us claims on 3 different provinces here. Okay, and then the papal controller may pay a blue cube to call a crusade on an Ottoman area, and then whoever invokes this card gets a red cube, so that means we get 2 red cubes for this. Okay, it's all about the red cubes. So do the Castilians want to spend a blue cube to call another crusade? They don't have a lot of troops, and then they would have to come over here and fight the Ottomans and capture some provinces. That is highly unlikely they're going to do that. Okay, so they're not going to call the crusade. Okay, then in the lower left-hand corner of the card, we see that skull and crossbones. So let me remind myself what that is. That sort of represents the passage of time, and a bunch of little events happen from that. Looking for skull and crossbones on here in this area. Here it is. Place a pirate in a maritime trade node, if possible, with 1 or more merchants. Okay, so let's grab a pirate. That's going to make trade nodes less lucrative. You know, I'm going to throw it in Genoa here, and that's because Genoa is used by Castile and France. So that kind of screws them the most, probably. Again, this card is processed. As the Ottomans, we record we have taken our event. So no one can pass until they've taken one event, one and only one event. Okay, I did declare war on, and I put this in the wrong spot, on Venezia. So we do have to see, are there any naval battles triggered by that? And you know, there's calls to arms and stuff. Neither has alliances. So I think we do have a naval battle. Crete here, Crete, and Naxos. Well, Crete is owned by Venice, and Naxos is a vassal. So that's going to spit out. This is a large province, right? Wait, no, that's a small province. Okay, so it's going to spit out 2 ships to fight us here in the Aegean. Okay, and our fleet is deployed here. Let's go see what our fleet looks like. It has 3 galleys, okay? So, do I want to appoint an admiral? Not really. So, yeah, we're just going to have a straight up 3 me, 2 them, okay? So let's do them first. They got 2 cannons. It's 2 hits on me, so here's my side. 1 cannon. That's not very good. So killed one of them. They killed 2 of mine, which go back. Let's see, I think that'll work. Yeah. Okay, we have 1 ship left, so normally I think I might retreat from the battle, but when you retreat in a naval battle, you lose 1 ship, and so I might as well just fight to the death. Okay, so here's the Venetians. They got another cannon. By the way, they got 2 double faces, and that would harm the admiral if I had one, but I don't. Okay, this is sort of irrelevant, but do I wipe them out also? I do. Okay, so this is gone. What will this do? Oh, it does disappear. Did it go? It did. So my fleet's gone, this galley's gone. Okay, they wiped out a fleet of 3 galleys. Wow. Okay, hope it was worth it. Are there any land battles? Or are there any more naval battles? No. Actually there is. No. I was thinking this is Venetian also. It's not. So this ship's safe here. But are there any land battles with Venetians? No. Okay. Since there was a declaration of war and a battle, I do not get to do a free recruit or move army action. Did I process everything? I did. France, they're spending 3 red cubes to siege these 3 provinces in Brittany and Normandy. England is not doing anything about this. Grab 3 towns, put them on their unrest side, throw them on top of the English towns, so we know that the English technically by law own these provinces, but we have occupied them. And then that is an economic penalty to England, and as a placeholder we throw red cubes into their slots here to represent that. Castile, they are going to spend 2 red cubes to siege Gibraltar and Granada. By the way, I should have mentioned when sieging, you need each small province requires 1 siege point, and each infantry provides a siege point, and then you have to pay a red cube per siege point. Okay, so I was able to do both sieges in both cases, this French one and this one. Since those are non-player realm provinces, we need occupied markers to remind us who the lawful owner of these places is. And then we'll go grab some towns, put them on the unrest side to show we've occupied these places. Okay. Okay, England has 9 ducats, and they've already done 1 trade. This mission here is to have 2 heavy ships and 4 light ships. So they have 3 light ships right now. So to build 2 heavy ships and 1 light ship would cost 24 ducats. We have, again, 9. So could I get 15 ducats? It's possible, but very unlikely, especially considering the cards I have in my hand. So we'll probably forgo that and instead focus on conquering Scotland. Yeah, we're going to spend a red cube to move this army up here, 1, 2, or we can go up to 2 spaces. Scotland has 4 tax value in provinces, so normally that would spawn 4 troops, but Scotland loaned half their troops to France, so they're vulnerable from this. Okay, England, do they want to appoint a ruler as a general? We do. This guy only has 1 cube, but he's a horrible ruler, and I want him to die. Okay, so let's see. We'll have Scotland roll first. They got 2 hits. Now for England, has a bonus die for their ruler. We got 3 hits. Scotland's wiped out. Where'd that go? Scotland's wiped out. We won a battle, so we get a red cube. They got 2 hits, I think. Is that right? I may be misremembering, but I think Scotland got 2 hits on me. So it goes to exhausted here. And yeah. Austria, we're working on decline of Hungary. We want to conquer 2 provinces. So I think we're going to declare war. And the question is, I don't think I can stomach this much war. I was going to declare war on 3 realms. I'm going to declare war on 2 separate realms. So I think we're going to do the realm of Mainz and the realm of Pfalz. Because I could probably defeat I was thinking of also Lorraine here. I could probably defeat all 3 realms' troops in battle, but then I still have to siege 4 provinces worth of provinces and 4 tax value worth of provinces, and that'd be 4 red cubes alone. So this would only be 2 here. This is a double-sized province. That's why it's so expensive. So we're declaring war, and unfortunately that removes all this influence here. And I don't know where this gray cube will go if I throw it into the recycle bin. Let's see. It goes nowhere. Okay, so that gray cube came from the imperial authority of the Holy Roman Emperor, which Austria is right now. So I'm just going to put it there as a reminder that I get it back. Okay, so we lost the influence because we're declaring war on these guys. Okay, and so we will lose it from the area they're in. Okay, they have no allies. I have a casus belli, so that's cool. No battles triggered, which means I get a free action, and we're going to do a free recruit action, so we don't have to pay any cubes. We have 11 ducats. We have 6 guys here. So we'll hire, let's see, I'm going to have to fight 2 guys. I think we'll hire 4. So 4 times, it's 8 ducats. I could afford 1 more. I think I'm okay then. I'm cool with that. Okay. I think we're good as Austria. Okay, so Poland. They have an alliance, a marriage, and a ruler. They need 1 more alliance to recover from Varna. So I need 1 blue cube to ally with Riga, or 2 blue cubes to ally with Livonia, I guess. That's probably what it is. Yeah, so I don't have any blue cubes. Okay, so I'm going to have to do something to get blue cubes. And you know what? I should have done something over here when the Ottomans played their event. One of these cards comes over. And it's not that hot. No, wow, these are horrible events. Okay, so I'm going to need at least 1 blue cube, maybe 2. Now, I might want to hold on to these administrative power, because if I achieve recover from Varna, I can gain a stability and pay 3 green cubes to immediately research tolerance, and I'm inclined to do that. Tolerance helps with religious unrest, and I believe we have some religious unrest. In fact, it's hard for me to see, so I'm going to throw anywhere where I have a town that doesn't match my religion, which is Catholic. I'm going to mark it. So we can see these Catholic, very great, ghosted out. So I have a town in red Ruthenia, and that region is Orthodox, as is Western Ukraine is Orthodox, as is Moldavia. So everything else is Catholic, looks like. Yeah. So I'm potentially going to have religious unrest. So researching tolerance would be cool, and that would be a cheap way to do it. So I'm going to. So that sort of tells me that I'm going to try to go for Riga as an ally. Okay, to do that, I need a blue cube. So to get a blue cube, I'm going to do a change national focus action. So I'm marking that I've taken it, and I can move a green and a red cube into diplomatic power. So we pick one color, move up to 1 cube from the other colors into it. I'm only going to do the military power over here. Okay, and then I could discard up to X cards and draw X minus 1. So I'm not going to do that. I like these cards. Yeah, so that's done. Okay, we are at war with Venice right now. That's not really what I wanted to do, but let's see what we can do here. Naxos is owned by Venice, as is Crete. Okay. So I think what I want to do is build more ships. I have a big army. Each ship can carry 3 troops, which is probably enough, but I think I want at least one more ship so I can carry up to 6 troops, land them in like Crete, and then maybe go land in Naxos. So that'd be like 1 cube to build, 1 cube to move. I'd win a battle probably, get a cube back, 1 cube to... So my little brain's hurting, but I think I need more red cubes. I know how to get 2 more. So I think we're going to recruit. What's my money situation? 8? Yeah, so we'll spend all 8 to build... ooh, I could build galleys. I've not played the Ottomans before. I forgot they have special ships. So normally light ships cost 4, but galleys cost 2. And the only thing that makes a galley special from a light ship, I think, is, well, I guess it can't trade, but it can't leave like the Eastern Mediterranean, or the Mediterranean. See, the Mediterranean's got these little crosses on the names of these areas. Atlantic does not, so they can't leave this area. That's cool. So I'm going to build 2 galleys, and I'll go ahead and build it into my fleet. We'll put it in the Aegean Sea. Is that what I want? Oh, I need to build like a bridge of ships, don't I? So, okay, so we'll build our galleys. Oh, we have to also fight a battle with them. Oh, this is bad. Okay, we're gonna build it here. Come on. Well, that's kind of annoying there. Okay, we're gonna build our fleet here. We're gonna put 2 galleys in it. I might take a loan and build even more. So building 2 galleys here. And then it'll go ahead and soak up this light ship. I'm going to take a loan and build another light ship. Let's do that. Where's the loan? Okay, I get a coin back for that. So that's 4 ships. Okay. And can I build that much here? I built 3 ships actually to build. So Edirne is a double-sized province, and Salonik is a single, so that's up to 3 naval capacity, so I can do that. Yeah, okay, it's going to be rough. Yeah, okay. France, they are out of red cubes. They need 2 more red cubes to finish sieging the last English province. Now this one's interesting. They could play this War of the Roses. That puts some rebels into England, and then we could gain 1 red cube. This I could also do B here. B. Oh, no matter what, they get rebels. Huh. This is mean to England. It might be too mean. Even though we're at war with England, the English player, I don't think they need to be hampered so much as we're taking all this stuff from them. So, I think we're just going to change national focus. We'll move 2 red cubes over here. And we're not going to swap any of these out. Okay. Okay, Castile, they actually have pretty much finished the Reconquista, but we have to wait for peace terms in order to satisfy it. Now it says I can research tercios and janissaries for 2 red cubes during the peace terms, basically. I'd like to do that. So I want to make sure I get a red cube over here. But let's see, maybe we want to preempt some yucky events. I got some problems here. I want to, it's possible there's a very nice Spanish event in here. So I'm a little reluctant to play one of these, but it'd be nice to play one of these yucky events to make sure no one plays it on me. But I think we're cool right now, we're cool. So, that was spend red cubes. What's this? This is, start preparing to own or vassalize Aragon. Yeah, that's going to take a while. I kind of like this central authority card. Is that what I want? It's kind of a tough call for these guys. I could just spend all 3 of my green cubes to gain a stability and remove an unrest from one of my towns, which I don't have any. Maybe we'll hold off. I'm sort of running, like what I want to do is just do delaying actions to see if someone else will do an event that I like. Well, how about we're going to change national focus, move this diplomatic power over here because I'm going to want to spend 2 red, and then I don't like this card, so we'll discard one of those cards, and then maybe I only need one of these cards. I think we're going to get rid of this card and keep the other. Okay, so we are discarding 2 cards. Let me throw it into the empty. Okay, and actually before I discarded them, you may always, okay, there was no discards. When you're swapping cards out, you may pay extra to take it from the top 5 discards of the action deck. But anyway, so I got that. I'm going to look for a cheap research card. So that'd be green. Did not get it. Okay, but we successfully delayed having to do something we don't want to do. So, England, they have 3 cubes. They would like a 4th cube. Red cube. I know I can get one here. I can get another one, and I can get 2 points. This is a bad card for England. It's probably going to happen anyway, so they're going to trigger it themselves. They also get a nice leader. So England is going to take those coins. We're going to fire this event. Flip. Let me keep that secret for the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, there's that. We'll throw this into here. Okay, add 3 unrest and 3 rebels to Northumbria. So this is going to happen no matter what. We're going to have to deal with it. So there's 3 unrest there. There's 3 rebels. War of the Roses going on. Okay. And then we're going to crush the rebels. So England must exhaust 2 manpower. I think that's okay. So they have 6 troops in this army. They don't have any available. So 2 have to go to exhausted. Okay. And then they add 1 unrest in Wales and Wessex. Okay, we'll do that. And then they gain 2 red cubes because they're doing this action themselves, and 2 points. So I definitely need the red cubes. And we got some points. Tied for first, actually. And England has done an event. I did want to go see what new event came up. End of the 100 Years' War. So it's a Frenchy themed event. Okay, Austria, they declared war. They're going to spend a military cube to move. And so they can go 2 through friendly territory. They're trying to get over here. So they're actually going to go 1 into this. This area here is not friendly. There's no friendly Austrian towns or allies or anything. It's not friendly. So I either have to pay, I think it's 3 ducats. It might be 2 or 3 ducats to move through here. Okay, to pay off the local princes or whatever, or I can lose 1 stability or 1 influence. So we'll lose the 1 influence. And normally I can move 2, but when you move into a neutral area or an area that's all enemy, you must stop moving. So it's very slow to get over here. But once I'm over there, I should win a battle and get a red cube back. And I can still change national focus to get a 2nd red cube to siege stuff. So yeah. Poland, okay. Yes, they are going to get an alliance with Riga, yeah? So let's, Riga is a 1 province realm, 1 tax base, 1 tax value realm. So that's 1 blue cube. And we already have 2 influence with them in this area. So getting an alliance there gives us a 3rd influence. And I think we just achieved that. So we got an alliance here, a marriage, and an alliance, and a ruler. And that's what this says, right? 2 alliances, a marriage, and a ruler. Great. So we get 2 points for that. Poland's on the board. Unlocks a couple other missions. It says gain 1 stability, so I really like that. So now every round will generate 2 extra ducats for having high stability. And then you may pay 3 green cubes to immediately research tolerance, and we're going to do that. So we planned ahead for that. Grab this. Oops. Just trying to get the right orientation here. Tolerance. Tolerance is down here. We're going to get 2 points for researching tolerance. Normally it costs 5 cubes, we only have to pay 3. And then, yeah, what's nice about tolerance is religious dissent is not as bad because we're a tolerant nation. So, did we get everything here? We did. Nice. Okay, Ottomans, I'm not feeling really good about what's going on here, but we have a fleet of 4 ships here. So yeah, we're going to spend a cube to try to take out the Venetian fleet. Okay, so each of these, even though there's a battle and we destroyed their ships, you know, whatever, they pop out 2 more. Okay, that's just how non-player realms work. So they're popping out 2 more. Do I want to appoint an admiral? It would cost 2 red cubes to appoint this guy as an admiral, and he gets cavalry dice. So, oh, but I could appoint Mehmed. He's such a good leader. I don't want him to die, but I'm gonna do it. Appointing Mehmed, he gets 3 dice on that. Okay, yeah, so they get 3 dice, so let's do that. Looking for cannons. Double-faced infantry hit, if there's 2 of them, hit the rulers. They got 2 hits. Okay, I'll decide that in a minute. Here's my 6 dice, because Mehmed is commanding. Should wipe him out. I do. Okay, so that's wiped out. I won a battle on my turn, so I get a red die. They did 2 hits to me. We'll destroy the galleys. They're cheap. Which, unfortunately, yeah, it's unfortunate because it's going to be hard to transport a lot of troops. But I can, let's see, I'm just trying to plan ahead. I think I can spend 1 cube to move a ship back, and then I'll have a train of ships, a line of communication of ships, one ship each, to move 3 troops down here. 3 troops should be able to take out 1 army. And then I can spend another cube, and theoretically I'll win the battle, get another cube, I can spend another cube to move them over to Naxos. And I guess I'll siege in between, and I might have to change national focus to get some more cubes. I think I should be able to get a partial victory in this war against Venice. Alright, that's the Ottomans. France, they are spending 2 red cubes to siege the last English town in France here. And England has to throw a cube there to mark that. They have captured all English towns, so during peace terms, if they have a partial victory, or even if England has a partial victory, the chances of them getting all these towns is fairly good during the peace terms. Okay, Castile, we are down to the dregs. We want to save these 2 red cubes. We've got 3 green cubes. We could spend here. What do we got here? I could get a 3rd red cube by invoking this. I could get a blue cube. Maybe I'm waiting on these here. Okay, we're gonna delay 1 more turn by just using one of these cards. They're both increased stability. So I can spend 3 green to gain 1 stability and remove unrest from one of my towns, which I don't have any. The cost is modified by my current stability, which is 0. So the cost would be 3 plus 0. I'll just do it. Yeah, we're not in a good. Our timing is not very good right now. Okay, so my stability goes up by 1. I'll generate 2 ducats per round. Having high stability is always good. Low stability is bad. England, yeah, so they're losing towns rapidly in France, but they're going to siege with 4 red cubes. That means they're going to take 4 of these. Oops. Move this over. Got to slide these cubes over. Okay. So we're coming up to Scotland. That's what they're sieging. Scotland, we need 4 occupied markers. Scotland will be conquered, most likely. And that's that. We're spending a red cube to activate an army. Here's the army. It's moving in here. That pops out 2 troops, 1 from each of those realms I'm at war with. They join forces. They get 3 dice. I could appoint a general. I don't want to. I think I'm fine. Here's their 3 dice. They got 2 hits and would have inflicted a wound on the general. Here's my attack. I have 6 troops. Wipe them out. So this comes down here. We lost 2. Goes to exhausted. We won a battle, so we get a red cube. And yeah. Okay, defeat the Knights. Owner vassalized 3 provinces in Prussia. I think I am unable to do that. I need a blue cube. So what this is discard 1 influence from target NPR vassal equal to the target's base tax value plus any opponent. Okay. So I'm gonna have to, I would need 2 blue cubes to use the subjugate card on Prussia. Is that true? Yeah. So Prussia, sorry, I need, so to vassalize Prussia, I need to spend a blue cube for that card. So that's 1 blue cube. And then I have to discard influence equal to their base tax. Their base tax is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I only have 3, so I need a second blue cube to place in here. So I need one more influence in here. So the question is, can I do that? By the way, it just takes someone else throwing influence in here, although no one's next to this yet right now. So it take a bit of time for someone to try to get influence in here. But I could do this if there's a good event over here. I need 2 blue cubes. This is you gain 2 green. This is you gain a blue. It's just not quite enough. Or I just save it for later, which might be the case because also I could pay 3 red cubes to immediately research noble knights when achieving this. So okay, so let's see what else Poland has going on for it. We're down to 2 red cubes. Okay, I think unfortunately we have to just do an event. So which event do we like? Now this one has 4 gold. All players lose 1 stability. You gain 2 green and may discard up to 3 milestones. So this lets me cycle the milestones and ideas from over here a bit. I actually don't like any of these milestones, but I think they also harm others. Yeah, oops, where are we again? So what's the B side? Choose an area adjacent to your realm. All players with towns in this area lose 1 stability. So I can make Austria lose a stability, or the Ottomans lose a stability. That's kind of cool. And this sends plague everywhere. That harms players that have lots of troops. I think I'll let the people that have lots of troops, we do that one. Gain a red, gain a blue. You know, I'm inclined, I'm going to invoke France's event. And just use the blue next, I'll save it for next round. So we're going to do surrender the Maine. So England, if at peace, may cede Maine to France. Well, it's not. If they do, well, they don't. Both gain a red cube, lose a stability, and I gain a blue. Oh, that's mean. So they both gain a red cube and lose a stability, though. The stability loss is just horrible. So I'd probably put a target on me, but I'm far away from them. What else? If they had a truce, it would end. Okay, I gain a blue cube. They're probably like, why'd you do that to me? But I'm far from them, so, too bad. Okay, and then there's a leader, a French leader here. And France has the option of taking it if they want. So their current leader is healthy. 3-1-3, 3 dice. I think they're going to decline taking this leader. Is there anything else I want to do while I'm at this? No. Ottomans, okay. We defeated the Venetian fleet. So I'm going to spend 1 cube for a naval activation to move 1 ship out of the fleet. And honestly, I don't need this fleet marker right now. So these are just light ships. I'll put them like right here. I'm going to move 1 up to here, and it'll go into this trade protection slot. Okay, so by leaving this here, occupying this area, it'll prevent Naxos and Crete from spawning more ships. Okay, and then after you do a land movement or a naval movement, you may do a sea transport. So I'm going to do a sea transport down to, I guess, Crete. Each ship can only carry 3 units, and I have to make a chain of ships down there from the army, and there better be, yeah. So we'll take these 3 guys, and I guess I'll throw them into a second army. Just, we can have at most 2 armies right now. The third requires an idea to be learned. So we'll make a second army. They'll go down to Crete. Okay, that spawns a battle. Crete only has one province there. So this ship here, if it wasn't there, Naxos could send their troop through this port into this port. So there'd be two troops here, so pulling in manpower from an adjacent area, but by adjacent province. However, this this ship prevents that. I believe that's true what I said, in terms of like Naxos could actually give another troop to this battle. Okay, so do we want to appoint a leader? Mehmed is currently our admiral of a fleet that doesn't exist anymore. Okay, so I'm inclined to appoint. Do I want to appoint him? No, he's not appointed. Okay, because I don't want him to get winded. Okay, 3 versus 1. We should be able to do that. Okay, so here they go. Oh, and I need to remember I have Janissaries, so the double-faced dice count as 2 results. So here's the Venetians. They got a double face and 2 hits, but they only have 1 unit, so the max 1 hit. But that would have harmed Mehmed, so they do 1 hit to me. Here's my attack. I do 2 to them. So here's my 1 hit, goes to exhausted. They're destroyed. And I get a red cube. Okay, so that's enough. 1 to siege, 1 to do another naval transport. Hopefully win another battle. So I think I'm looking pretty good as Ottomans. Now the problem is I'm probably not going to be able to also take out Constantinople this round, but you never know. You never know. Okay, France. You know, they're looking pretty over here. Oh, I should have revealed the next event. I think I have. Just making sure I got this. There's only 4 there? Oh, there's 6. Okay. I should have revealed the next event. Religious zeal. I don't think anyone's really in a position to deal with this at this moment. France, probably not going to have England come down and fight them. England's got this mess up here to deal with, and England, they do have 2 cubes and they could get 2 more, so they are able to get some more cubes. But let's see, France doesn't want to do an event just yet. We could subjugate, but subjugating doesn't work when you're at war. Maybe we will spend a blue cube to trade. We're low on money. Hoping for like a Bordeaux. Ivory Coast, Indian Ocean, Black Sea. Nope. Bordeaux, yes. Vienna, Black Sea. Okay, so looks like it's going to be Bordeaux. We have a merchant in Bordeaux. Now, England is there, unfortunately. We could trade in Genoa too, but Genoa has a pirate in Spain. Castile's there, so basically the other players can get a benefit from me trading here. But I'm just going to do it, I guess. 1, 2 trade power, and then the key provinces are Bordeaux, Toulouse, Nantes, and Armagnac. So we don't have Nantes, and we also don't have Bordeaux. Even though our marker's on it, it's technically English. So Toulouse and Armagnac, I'm pretty sure we have. Here's Armagnac and Toulouse. So we have 4 trade power. It's 7 ducats. 4 trade power though. England cannot trace. Oh, England can trace to Bordeaux through this path. The Bordeaux trading zone. They have 1, 2, and Bordeaux. So 3. So their trade power is 3. So we have a tie on this row. I was 4 and they're 3. First, my power is 1 greater, plus it's my turn, so that's a tiebreaker. So England gets pushed down to the bottom row. So I get 7, they get 4. Their merchant is not flipped. 7 and 4, 7 and 4. So I didn't want to help England, but I wanted the money myself. So they got 4. We get 7. Castile, like we're just dead. I I forget, have we played an event yet? We did not. We're forced to play an event. I think we're going to do something that takes money. I don't want to lose stability. What's my stability? My stability is 1. Yeah, so we're going to, I think we're going to take Comet Sighted. It gives me 6 ducats. Okay, this moves over. This moves over. Got a, oops. Add some juice to these ones. Okay, what's up with Comet Sighted? All players lose 1 stability, and you can do some stuff. I don't want to lose stability, so with the bottom one, B, it's an omen. Choose an area adjacent to your realm. All players with a town in this area lose 1 stability. Well, guess who that's going to be, yeah. So, area adjacent to my realm. Well, oh my gosh. Aquitaine is adjacent to Leon through this port, through the Bay of Biscay, through this port. So we're going to choose Aquitaine, okay? What does that mean? This is really mean. All players with a town in this area. So technically England has a town in this area, and France does. So they both lose a stability. And wow, England's at -2 stability. Wow, that's brutal. And so is France. Wow, wow, they're getting hammered. Okay, so that saved me from a bad event. Now we have to process that little red flag in the lower left-hand corner. So let me remind myself what that is. All players must roll the rebel die. Oh, okay. Whoever triggers the event only has a maximum of 1 die roll. So first we start with my 2 unrest here. Okay, so I roll, normally you'd roll 2 rebel dice, but I'm only rolling 1 because I triggered the event. And 1 unrest goes away. Oh, that's pretty nice. Okay. Next after Castile is England. So they have, yeah, England's getting brutalized here. So first 4 for Scotland. They lose 1, 4 ducats and a cube. Guess they'll take the cube from diplomacy. And they lost 1. We'll take it there, I guess. Now they have 3 in Northumbria. I mean, wow, this is really bad timing for England. They lose they lose 2 troops and a coin, and 2 coins. So they have to exhaust 2 troops. That is awful because they need those troops to fight the rebels. And then we have this one here. So rebel die. Nothing. Okay. After England is Austria. They have not sieged anything. They have no unrest. Poland has no unrest. Ottomans have no unrest. France has quite a bit of unrest. We'll start with Bordeaux. They lose 1 manpower. They will lose it from this ally. Okay. And I should make sure that's a legal move that I just did. Then we'll do the 3 in Normandy and Brittany. Oh wow, they got 2 unrest clears up and lose a cube. And I guess they'll lose blue cube. Alright, that was a nasty move. Now, oh, in the lower right hand corner there's like people age, so anyone with a square symbol next to them. Okay, so we'll chuck this. And I'm going to go grab a bunch of ill health markers. We're going to look for anyone with a square. There's one here. The ages. Two of these kill you. France. There's a couple. Castile. Yep. England. Of course, this represents the passage of time. Oh, I think England missed an opportunity to take a leader, so I'm going to have to go fix that. They would have taken it. Square, 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 square. No squares for Austria. One, oops. So just one here. Okay, so that card's processed. So someone took the English event, right? I thought. Wait. I don't know where those events are going when I discard them. I'll have to go dig that up because there was an English monarch that I should have somewhere. Well, I scoured all the recycle bins and everything for the War of the Roses event. I just cannot find it. So England missed out through snafu of technology, I guess, in a better leader. If I find it, I'll bring it in, but I think just unfortunately they're going to have an asterisk on their game because they missed out on replacing Henry VI. Well, what do you know? Once I switched to England's perspective, this card showed up in their hand. So that should have been here. Yeah, which is a much better leader. There we go. All right, I feel much better now. Okay, England's got some problems. I think what we're gonna do, let's see, what's our money situation? It is 9. That's enough to hire 4 troops. Don't think that's enough. So, our stability is awful too. Yeah, this is really bad. Okay, we're going to trade to try to get money to hire troops to go deal with rebels. And then I also want to spend some, we need a lot of actions we need to do before the round ends. Okay, did we already trade in the English Channel? Yes, we have the North Sea and Bordeaux, looks like, is options for us. There's Bordeaux. Sevilla is not really an option. Bordeaux, okay. We own Bordeaux here. So we could potentially get 8 ducats for iron. Bordeaux, Bourbon. Okay, it looks like, yeah, livestock is not as lucrative as iron, so let's see. We have Bordeaux trading thing. We have ships over here. We own Bordeaux, even though the French have taken it. So that's 3 trade power. I could move a ship over here to get to 4. Yeah, we'll move 1 ship over to here. We can move up to 2 spaces. So now we have 1, 2, 3 trade power, 4 for Bordeaux. So that's 11 ducats, and we needed that. All right, we are going to change national focus as the Austrians. We're just going to move 1 cube over here. And then I don't like these 2 cards, so we'll get rid of them. And we will instead draw a blue card. Subjugate, that's a great one. Okay. Austria's done. Yes, owner vassalized 3 provinces in Prussia. I need another blue cube. Have we already taken our event? We have not. Did we not take our event? Let me go see. Did I miss someone? So, someone has. We've had 4 events have been taken, so I've missed 2 markers here. Ah, yes. Poland took an event to try to get a blue cube, which they did, and Castile did some nastiness to France and England, I think. Yeah. So yeah, we're still left with Austria and France. So Poland's already taken their event. So we're getting down to the nitty gritty. We need another blue cube. I don't see any way to get one. So I'm inclined to just pass because I want to get those noble knights when I defeat the knights here with this mission. I could, try to subjugate someone, but I want to use that later. Okay. So Poland will be the first player to pass. They can because they've already taken their event. The first player to pass in a 6-player game gets 5 ducats. As a free action, or as part of passing, passing is an action. I'm going to pay 6 ducats to pay off this loan. Okay. So Poland's done. So players are starting to pass, which means any players that have a lot of actions they still need to be wary, because once 4 players pass in a 6-player game, the 5th and 6th player are not only have 1 action left. Okay, so we are in Crete. We're going to pay a red cube to siege Crete from the Venetians. Okay, there we go. That's it. Okay, France is down to the nitty gritty. I think they're going to take their event. Don't really see anything great here. I suppose, like, besides England, Austria is their second most likely threat. And so we can also get some blue cubes here. So I think we're going to do this, even though it's like throwing a bunch of coins onto these cards here. Okay, doing this. The Hungarians are going to accept the Hungarian monarch, or Austria is going to accept the Hungarian monarch. So Austria loses 2. So that's not very nice. Austria goes down to 0 and then up to -1. So there's the -1 marker. Okay, and then they do gain 2 influence in Hungarian areas. That does help them. So there's already 2 here, so maybe they'll do 2 here. Hungary is this flag here, with a little stripy double cross thing. Okay, and then, so this here, I gain 2 blue as France. So that'll be very useful actually. Next turn. And let's see, we're going to make sure we mark our event as taken. Then lower left hand corner we can see someone loses a cardinal. I'm having trouble finding. So in the papacy, one of these cardinals is dying of old age. If I do England or Poland, that doesn't really benefit me too much. If I do Castile or Austria, it does. Castile is the current papal controller. We're going to have theirs die. All these shift left. So I'm 1 away from control of the papacy. Let's throw this guy over here. Is this done? Yes. And the flag on the lower right is just saying this is an Austrian themed event. Okay, France, done. Castile, we got 2 red cubes. We're just spent. We are spent. So we will pass. It gives us 3 ducats. Is that true? What's it say there? It says 3/2. Yeah, a 6-player game is 3. So we get 3 ducats. And no free actions that we want to do. England has a lot of work they need to do. So we're going to spend a red cube to recruit. We're going to recruit 6. Oh, yeah, we're going to recruit 6 infantry. So that's 12 ducats for these 6 infantry. But They're, yeah, we got a problem. We got a problem. Let me take that back. Instead, the red cube we used is we're going to take a free action to replenish manpower. 1 red cube per 3. Okay, so we spent 1 manpower. We're going to replenish. Okay, 3 of those. Okay, now we're going to spend 6 ducats to buy those guys into Army 2. Now, unfortunately, a 3v3 battle here, that's where I'm going, is not looking great. By the way, I cannot recruit here. I believe that's true. I should double check. I'm in an occupied area. Let me just double check that. Yeah, so I can only recruit in areas where I have my own towns, and while I occupy these towns, they're not mine, so I cannot recruit here. So I can recruit down here or right into this area. Even so, these are my towns. I can recruit right into there. This is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to recruit army and build an army 2 right into Northumbria. But I don't think building 3 units is enough, and I don't have enough red cubes to. Oh, I do have enough red cubes now. Now that I know I can recruit right into there. So we'll do another 3. Okay, yeah. Then we'll build the other 3. Okay, I was thinking I was not able to build in a unfriendly area, but I am. So, built 6 guys right into there. Do I want to assign a general? Yes, my ruler is going to be reassigned over to this army. And then, because there's 3 enemy units, they get to draw a red card, flip it, and if there's a general there, they have a general. No general. Okay, good. So my ruler gives me +3 dice. So let's have them roll the Northumbrian rebels. So they get 3 dice. 1 hit, and then I get 6 dice. 1, 2, 3, plenty. So maybe I didn't need to build 6, but overwhelm. Okay, we get a red cube for winning that battle. And yeah, okay, we got rid of the rebels. If I didn't get rid of those rebels during the peace and rebels phase, the rebels would start sieging towns, moving to other areas that have unrest, things like that. England is hurting right now, though. Austria is going to pay 2 red cubes to siege. I suppose I should probably take some towns with me. Up to here, grab some occupied markers, sieging Mainz and Pfalz. Okay, done. Poland's already done. Ottomans. They are prosecuting a war with Venice. So they have an army 2 in Crete. It only has 2 troops. So I think they're going to do a land activation. They're going to move 3 troops in Army 1. Yeah, so Army 1 is going to split. In fact, actually, just to make things easier, you can like create and disband armies nonstop. So I think we're going to disband Army 2. And these meeples go right on the board. So when you activate land units, you activate 1 unit at a time. So moving 2 meeples is much less efficient than moving an entire army. But we're disbanding this army. We're going to recreate it here. We're just going to move 3 units over from Army 1. Okay? Okay, so we're doing a land movement. We're going to do a naval transport through this to here. Land in Naxos. The Naxonians get a troop. We're not using our leader. They don't have a leader. Here's the Naxons. 1 hit. Here's our attack. No hits. That's not good. We could try to retreat. We're not going to. Here's the Naxons. One hit. There's two faces, but they only have one unit, so they can. Oops. This is a. Ignore this. I rolled 4 dice by accident. So yeah. So they did 1 hit. I get 3 dice. Need to get a hit. Okay, got a hit. Okay, so we're down to 1 troop. They're destroyed. We get a red cube for winning a battle. That's enough to siege. Looking good. I'm going to remind myself who's passed. So just Castile and Poland. So we're France. Well, I think they're inclined to just do nothing. Let's see if there's any special stuff they can do. They could trade again. Yeah, we're going to use a diplomatic cube to trade. So might as well. We're hoping to get champagne. Let's see what we get here. North Sea, that's going to be blocked by England. Don't want to lose naval trips. Oh, there's a Genoa on there though. Vienna, Krakow, Kazan out of range. Lubeck, Sevilla, North Sea. So Sevilla is an option too. They're both fish. So, Genoa does have a pirate. So Sevilla. I think this ship can go 1, 2. They're going to help Spain. Do they want to help Spain? I don't think they want to help Spain. So if they trade in Genoa, their merchant would jump over here. They'd have 2 trade power. And then Genoa needs Genova, which we don't have, Barcelona, Messina, and Napoli. We have none of those. We'd have 2 trade power. This pirate would knock us down below 1 level down to 0. Okay, so that's not an option. So let's put this back in Champagne. So yeah, we will come down 1, 2 over to the Western Med. Enter this trade slot. We need to do that so that we can trace from Sevilla through these ships up through these ports to our capital. So Sevilla, we need Lisboa, Sevilla, Porto, and Quetta. You know what? This is dumb. I'm going to give them more money than I have. So then Spain would earn more money than I would. So we're going to just skip that. And as a consolation prize, you can just say, I'm not going to trade and take 2 coins. That's a waste of a blue cube. Okay. France is done for the turn. Castile's already done for the round. England, they're trying to recover what they can. Their stability is -2. They want to try to fix that. To increase stability, it costs 5 green cubes minus the current stability of -2. So it costs 3 green cubes to increase stability. We're going to do that. Okay, now it's only -1. Okay, Austria, they have 2 green cubes. They have 3 ducats. You know what? They're going to spend those 3 ducats and those 2 green cubes to build a development into their tableau. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. So they have some extra actions that they can perform here. Okay. Yeah. The Ottomans, they are spending a military cube to siege Naxos. So let's grab one of these. Oops. Let's see, throw this like this, throw this guy here, and yeah. think they're just going to pass. They get 2 ducats for the honor of passing. Okay, and then Castile is already passed, so we go over to England. England has 1 red cube left. Yeah. They haven't changed national focus yet, but I don't see a reason to do that. They have a lot of unrest. A lot. So they have an army here that can deal with any rebels that pop out. They have an army here to deal with the rebels here, but Shrewsbury is on its own here. So I think they're going to spend their last red cube to do a suppress unrest once per province. So we're going to suppress unrest in Shrewsbury. Austria, they're out of cubes. They must do an event, yeah, because they have nothing else. So this is interesting. They take this one. Let's see what this is. There's a lot of coins on it, but they're going to have plague in one of their areas. But then the plague is going to spread like crazy. For every 2 ducats on the event, there's 8. It's going to spread into one other area, so it's going to spread into 4 areas. Honestly, it'd be nice to be like a mean person, but I don't think it's really worth it. I think since there's 7 events, if we don't pick this one, the plague won't happen at all. So I think we're going to take these coins here. So we get 4 coins for taking that event. Yeah, so we're taking religious, we're taking the religious zeal event, which had 4 coins. These coins, which were on the plague, will get dumped. Okay, religious zeal, we can't pay for either of these. Yeah, we have nothing to pay for these. So we just come down to here. We have to do this little guy and then this symbol here. So let's go check out that symbol first. That symbol, each player loses a colonist from the colonist pool. No one has a colonist yet. And gains an unrest in a distant province. Well, there aren't any because no one's explored anywhere yet. So that's a do nothing. Okay, then the blue and orange dynamic NPRs expand. So they get to choose. So I think for orange, looking for the right color here. There we go. Looking for orange with a white face. So these are the Mamelukes. They are a non-player realm, but they're dynamic, which means they can grow. Okay, so they can grow, and I mean, we might as well grow right into like a place Turkey cares about. Yeah, so we'll grow into Konya. So they've somehow taken over. You know, maybe we'll do this one. We've taken over Adana. Okay, so that means if Turkey wants to get Adana, they have to go to war with the Mamelukes. Okay, and I don't think there's a blue NPR. There's a green one for Portugal, dynamic NPR. There's a pink for Denmark. I don't see blue. Okay, so the center doesn't have a blue one. Okay, where was I? Let's put this in our hand. Oh yeah, that's been processed. Okay, so now we go to the last event, and it gets processed too, but no player controls the processing. So I do see there's a monarch, a cardinal being killed. So let's go see. I might have to look this up in the rule book. So yeah, so this tells you how to do it if you're a player, but when there's no player invoking the event, so this is sort of like an auto event. I have to go see what the rulebook says about that. Okay, the rightmost cardinal that has for the power that has the most cardinals, or tiebreakers, just rightmost, dies. So Poland loses a cardinal through auto resolution for a cardinal dying. Okay, then we have to process auto resolution for piracy, and that is a pirate will go into whichever trade node has the most merchants. Okay, and that's Bordeaux, I think. Okay, so we got, yeah, so Bordeaux has 2 merchants in it, so a pirate goes there. Wow, so some players are going to have to deal with the pirates starting to mess stuff up. Okay, and then what else we have? Any personages with a plus symbol. Age. Okay, so we'll go grab a whole bunch of these. And we'll see what we got here. These are circles. No pluses. Got a couple pluses here. What's England looking like? Well, they have a couple as well. No. Poland? Yeah. So plus hit a lot of players. Okay. Yes, so we processed our event. Okay, we want to keep, wait, what am I doing here? Oh, I am, Poland's passed, so we're the Ottomans here. Yeah, we want to hold on to some green cubes. We haven't changed our national focus yet. We might not want to though. So I've occupied these 2 places. Naxos is one of them, which is part of my City of the World's Desire mission. I doubt I have time to take Constantinople. I think I can get 2 red cubes, but I have 0, and I think I need 3. I need 1 to declare war on Constantinople, 2 to siege it. Yeah. Yeah. I can get 1 by defeating the army of Constantinople, but I don't see a way to do it. So, is there anything else we want to do while we're here? I don't think so. Let me see what the green actions are here again. Convert area, 2 + 3 ducats. I guess the question is, you know what? We should probably trade. We're low on money and we have a loan. So, yeah, we'll trade. We got some blue cubes to spend. We've already traded once. So Bordeaux, China, and Japan, Krakow, not applicable. Indian Ocean, Alexandria, that's possible. Ivory Coast, Kiev, that might be possible. So let's go up here. Yeah, we'll rotate this a little. Okay, what's the sitch here? And we already traded in the Black Sea. So Alexandria here, we could move 1 ship down to here. We'd have 2 trade power in Alexandria. I don't think we own any of those. We don't. 2 trade power for spices would give us 7 ducats. That'd be good. Black Sea's already taken. Kiev. Kiev is up here. Oh, it's way up there. Okay, we can't trade at Kiev. So it looks like we're trading at Alexandria. We have to move this trade vessel, a light ship, down to here, which lets us trace from Alexandria to the vessel through this port up through to our capital of Vidirna. Okay, that gives us 7 ducats in spice. As a free action, let's see, there's 6 of those ducats will be spent. I don't know why these coins don't get recycled. We're going to pay off a loan. That's one of the main things I want to do. Remind myself who's passed. Okay, France is already gone. Castile. England, they are out of cubes. I don't see anything else I can possibly do. Nope. Okay, so they're forced to pass. England passing, they get 1 ducat, and now there's no more ducats available for passing. That means everybody remaining, Austria and Ottomans, have max 1 turn left. Okay, Austria, they are also out of cubes. So, yeah, they pass. Now these guys have cubes. They're going to save 2 greens for when they... oh, they actually don't need them, do they? Okay. This is their last action. Okay. Oh man. You know what? I think we're going to take a loan, unfortunately. We're going to convert an area's religion. It's going to cost 2 green and 3 ducats, and I only have 2 ducats. So if I spend 3 ducats, I get 2 change, right? And converting an area is 2 green. Okay, so I should have been paying attention here. We have a few areas that are potentially religiously unhappy. So this area here, diverse phase, and my country's Muslim. So that means the religion in this area, the people have a different sets of religions from me. Also, I think there's a whole bunch of Orthodox. Yeah, so Greece is Orthodox, Thrace is Orthodox, Wallachia and Bulgaria are Orthodox. So I paid, actually this place down here is Orthodox, so which I should mark as well. I just find it hard to see. So I'm marking them, even though they're printed on the map. So I'm going to convert an area. I'm going to convert the area with my capital. Okay, it's going to convert to, oh, actually I can't. I think I have to own all the provinces in the area to convert. Let me just double check that. Yes, that's true. So I have to own all the provinces in an area in order to convert it to my religion, or the provinces have to be owned by other realms with my same religion. So there is a possibility here in Rome. I don't know what the religion of Trebizond. I think they're probably Orthodox. I think those are remnants of Romans. And this place with the capital of Mush. So let's go over here. And let's just see what the religions are. So the one that owns Mush is the Akkoyunlu. They are Muslim, okay? But what about Trebizond? Trebizond is Orthodox. Okay. So I'm going to take that loan back. We're going to undo this. Yes. So, oh, I didn't even take the loan marker. Didn't I have a loan marker at some point? Okay, cool. So taking the loan back, taking my 2 green cubes back. I cannot convert anybody. I think it was like this. Yes, that's what it was like. Okay, I think I undid that. So instead, we're just going to pass. Hopefully I didn't mess that up. And that means the round is over. And we're going to have to, well, the action portion of the round is over. So before the action phase, we did the card phase. We did the action phase. We just finished that. Now we're going to do this. And I'm not going to go through this in detail. I'll just take some notes and summarize it afterwards. Because this is a lot of stuff to do for 6 players. It'd be far too boring. Okay. Okay, we've processed everything. So let's talk about the Ottomans here. So they had a partial victory over Venice. This is part of peace terms. So partial victory basically They had more troops than there are rebels. We're fighting against an NPR, a non-player realm. So partial victory, they can dictate several different kinds of peace terms, but they dictated keep current board state, which let them take Crete and Naxos. Okay. They decided to keep this claim here in the Aegean archipelago. They could have discarded it to remove to unrest, but they want to keep it here so they can declare war on Rhodes at some future time without suffering stability penalties. They actually had 5 towns flip to unrest due to religious dissent. That's because there's 4 Orthodox territories and or areas, I should say, and 1 diverse faiths. Okay. What else? During the rebel die phase, from all this unrest, the rebels phase, I guess, they lost a lot to rebels. Okay, from all this unrest, they lost 3 cubes, 2 ducats, 1 manpower. Oh, and one of these flipped. I think Civis flipped here from unrest to happy. They decided for income to cut costs by pulling their ships back into port, and I used the fleet since 2 ships moved back into port. That's to save some money. But otherwise, they paid to keep all their troops, and their income was 17 minus 9 for paying for their armies. Oh, this army was here. So this army, these guys, this guy, and which isn't much, and all these advisors. Okay. Then they received. They had 1 cube, and they received 15 more. If I track that right, so they have 16 cubes. Their manpower capacity went up by 1, so they got an extra manpower here. They still have 1 exhausted because they had quite a bit of guys exhausted. You take the exhausted units, half of them, minimum 3, max 6, and move them to available. But we still had 1 left over. And I think that's all for the Ottomans. Now for France, during peace terms, remember they're at war with England, and they were the victor. So there was not total victory because they did not conquer all of England. So they had 11 units, including their allied units, on the board. England had 8, so France had more, gave them the partial victory. They chose keep current board state, which gave them Bordeaux, Maine, Caux, and Normandy. And then likewise, that gave all of the Scottish provinces to England. So that, and I think everybody's cool with that fair trade. They discarded a claim in Aquitaine in order to remove unrest in Bordeaux. They decided to keep the claim in Brittany and Normandy so that they could potentially declare war on the realm of Brittany here. Their allies are no longer at war, Provence, and of course Scotland has been fully annexed. They had 21 ducats in income, 21, but their expenses were pretty high, 10 in expenses to keep their troops and these advisors, plus they had -2 for the stability here. So even though they had a very high income, they could not claim this high income thing because it's 15 ducats after paying expenses, so they weren't able to do that. They were probably the closest nation to doing that. They actually ended up disbanding 3 troops and recalling all their ships back into port to try to save costs. During the rebel phase, they lost 1 cube and 1 manpower, so not as bad, but too bad. They started with 3 cubes and drew 12 more, so they got 15 cubes. Their manpower went up to from 8 to 11, so they have quite a bit of manpower available. And they completed their mission here by kicking England out, so they got 5 ducats. They gained a claim in Seine, and then they chose to remove 2 unrest in Normandy as one of the bonuses there. Okay, so France looking actually pretty. No unrest anywhere in France. Castile, well, they had total victory over Granada during peace terms, and so they annexed Granada. They decided to discard the claim they had there, which they would have had to discard anyway since they own everything here. So discarding the claim let them flip the unrest to happy. That completed the La Reconquista mission. They gave them 2 points. They ended up, for the bonus, they chose place a Catholic token in Andalusia. So that was mixed faiths here, or diverse faiths, and now it's Catholic, so there's no religious dissent in this area. And they also played 2 military cubes that they held in reserve to learn tercios here, which gave them 2 points, another 2 points for learning tercios. And then because the Ottomans have already learned tercios or janissaries, they get 1 prestige for someone copying them. Okay, so that happened, and let's see, any other fun stuff? Oh yeah, the crusade. There was a crusade, right, against Granada, or into the region of Andalusia anyway. And winning the crusade gave them 2 more victory points. And calling the crusade should have given them 1 victory point, and I realized I missed that. Yeah, so I'm just seeing what else they have here. Their manpower went up by 1 to 7. So actually, check out their points. Like Castile, like jumped from they were at 0 points, but they should have been at 1. So they jumped up to 7. So they're in the lead there, and we can see everybody else is pretty close to each other. Austria down here hovering at 0, though. You know. Now for England, they had a pretty straightforward ending here. So maybe I should have pointed out the cubes here. So they got they had 0 cubes. So what'd they get? They have 8, 9, 10. So they got 10. One of those cubes came. Oh no, yeah, they just got 10 cubes. Sorry. Yeah. So England, how many cubes did they get? They got looks like 10 as well. And what happened in England? Well, the rebels, they had 4 rebel dice here. That caused them to lose 4 ducats. Their income was 15, and they chose to keep all their troops in the field, which is their entire army is deployed, and these ships at sea. So that, along with their advisors, that cost 15. So that their income was canceled out. On top of that, their stability gave them -2. So they actually lost 2 ducats. They still have a little bit left over here, though. England's otherwise pretty boring. Now for Austria, they got, let's see, 8, 9, 10, 11 cubes. I'm trying to remember if they had any to start with. No, they did not. So they drew 10, plus 1 for being the Holy Roman Emperor. They got 1 blue cube for being the Imperial Authority level 3, 1 blue cube. Okay. And I just realized, I think I gave them, I should have given them another blue cube. Let's see. Oh, I gave it to them. So they also get a blue cube for being the papal controller. We can see the papal controller gets, this is upside down, but a +1 blue cube. On top of being papal controller, each advisor is -1 in cost. So they saved 3 ducats for being papal controller. And so for peace terms, they ended up total victory over these 2 different realms, and so they chose annexation. Okay. And they kept the claim here because they might want to take out Lorraine in some future time. So that means they couldn't discard it. They didn't discard it to get rid of this unrest. They cut costs by pulling their ship here out of the Adriatic back. They ended up having an 11 income, 6 expenses, so that gave them +5 ducats on top of what they already had. But they also get 3 more ducats for being the Holy Roman Emperor right here. Okay, and I'm just trying to see. During their mission, they had enough income. To complete this mission, Decline of Hungary. So they got 1 more point. That's a have a base income of 11, and they put 2 more influence as their bonus into Hungarian Plain here. Let me make sure I put it in the right place. Yeah, Hungarian Plain. Okay. They took their they had a gray influence for being Holy Roman Emperor off board. They put it into Bavaria here, and then you can move your 3 gray markers. So they moved 1 to Bavaria as well from Saxony. So might be doing some stuff in Bavaria and Saxony there. Then Poland, yeah. So they had religious dissent flip these 3 towns, okay, because the Orthodox religion, the people are Orthodox and they're chafing against the Catholic overlords during the oh yeah, I think I forgot to do this. Yeah, so in my notes, they actually flipped 2 of these back and then lost a cube. And their income was 11 minus 9 in expenses, so their expenses were mostly their advisors at 7, and then there's 2 for the troops over here. And they got they had 2 cubes already, oops, and so they got 10 more, so they're at 12 cubes. All right, that's a long-winded summary, but it's much faster than showing you how I do it. Okay, so we just wrapped up round 1 of 16. Oh yeah, the start player moved to Poland because they passed first. Okay, I put their markers back here in the order that they passed. Okay, so round 2, we will start with Poland. Hey, I have a quick go back. I forgot for Poland, they had researched tolerance. Okay, and that says when adding unrest for religious dissent, add 2 fewer than normal. Okay. And so I would have not added this one, okay, and I would have not added this one, and I would have had this, and my first die roll was a remove unrest, okay, so that would have just gone nice and tidy. And so Poland actually ended up paying 1 cube too many. So let me go remind myself, oh, they had a red cube. We'll pull that red cube back. Pretty sure I got that correct. Okay, now, round 1's over. Thanks for watching.